Good morning, and thank you for tuning in for another Scrapbook Sunday 101. Rose Ward, StampersDelight.com. So grab your coffee, grab your tea, and come scrapbook with me. A couple of quick reminders of the July online classes. We have the basics of card making, which is a subscription with Donna Gray and I, and all the information is below. You can just click on the links. Don't forget to check out the apparel shop at stampersdelightshop.com. We have the virtual retreat for scrapbooking. That's through Stampin' Up. You can order the kit and then 3 days of scrapbooking. I have the white on white with a pop of color. This month is with the artistic leaves. And again, all these classes you need to sign up by Monday, which is June 30th. We have the July monthly online card club with the extraordinary Flora. And I also have my online Christmas in July retreat. Again, just click on the links below and you will get all the information, and then you can join those classes. And we also have the 50% off sale on the suites right now going on. Remember, this all ends June 30th. Okay, we're going to get started here. And I have, let me just adjust this a little bit. Bring this down. This is our online exclusive. Now, online exclusive just means it's not in the catalog, and you can go online and order this. This is our Make a Memory Scrapbooking Kit. It has all the directions if you want to make the pages exactly like they show you. I'm going to use the kit, but I'm putting my own spin on it. This kit, you get these great cards. And I'm going to be doing a three-page layout, but you can get so much more out of this kit. And then you have your sheets here, different designer series paper, which is really nice and thick. These are white on the other side. You have some stickers, some more sheets. These you can use like this or cut the strips, which is probably what I'm going to do. And then we have some more, these are die cuts. And then these tags, which I'm going to be using a few of these tags, and maybe these journaling pieces. And then there's a second one to that. Now this kit comes with different languages. Of course, I'm using the English, and these are also stickers. And then some more sheets here. I'm gonna just open that up a little bit. Whoop, wrong way, this way. I want you to be able to see this whole thing. Okay, so these are the sheets. Okay, so for what I chose to do, because I usually use the same designer series paper, but I like these bright colors. So I'm going to be using these three. And I'm going to do it this way. So we're going to start with this one. Now, I have some really cute pictures. This is a page or a three-page layout I'm dedicating to my sweet daughter-in-law. And I have some great pictures here that I want to add. Look at that little face and that little crinkly nose. She is just absolutely gorgeous. She is a makeup artist in California. And I'm going to lay these out before I decide where I'm going to put them. I'm going to lay some of that. I need some space here because I'm also going to be using the alphabet a la mode. And these are letters. I've already cut the letters out, but you can see this is a perfect size for this one. So I'm going to take this one first. I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to lay these down. I mean, look how cute she is. Now I might have to do it this way because I need a little more space for that one. Yeah. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I am going to layer my pictures here. I'm not even mounting or, you know, putting matting on these. I'm going to add that one right there. This one is going right here. Now this one, I just want to leave a little space because I'm going to show you these little tags, and I want to make sure that I can move that. So I got to be real careful where I put that. So I don't want too much glue here. So I'm going to take my eraser. I don't recommend you do this on your project. This is a very old one. We used to sell these adhesive removers. We don't have them anymore, but I found this in the Dollar Tree. I just got to get that off there. I put a little too much glue on here. Whoop, now I just messed up my picture. All right, I think that'll work. Let's just move that adhesive over as far as I can get it. So this one, oh, that one needs a little more glue there. I don't worry about that because I'm going to put it in a page protector. This one I'm going to bring down a little bit. I'm just going to glue the bottom real quick and make sure this piece fits right in here, which it does. Now I can lay that down. And then we'll grab these pictures. This is when she was little, when she had her long hair. That's when we first met her, when she had long hair. Put that one right there. Gonna add this one over here, and this one will go down here. So let me show you. I'm leaving space because I need the letters to fit. You can see I used our adhesive sheet on this. Let me slide that over for a second. I'm going to bring in my die cutting machine. So this is our adhesive sheets, and it adds glue on there for you. I'm going to bring this in. I'm going to cut the words out. And you can see I've got the adhesive right here. So I am going to put our girl. Just going to run that through. We have 3 different alphabet sizes in our catalog. And last week I used the real large ones, but they were a little too big for this. So that's why I'm using the alphabet a la mode. Bring in those letters now. I have the O, and the U, and the R. I'm going to grab my Take Your Pick tool and pop those out. So I need to leave enough room for that. So before I lay the last picture down, and I did it in black so it shows. Might have to trim that a little bit. Let's see. How about this way? Okay, I think that will work. So when I do these Scrapbook Sundays, they're really scrapbook pages on the fly. I have an idea of what I want to do, but until I put it all together. All right, let's put this one down. And now I'm going to take off these pieces. Some of them got glued, some of them didn't, but they're going to stick. I'm just going to peel this one off. And if you need a little extra glue, you can use the little liquid glue. I'm using my glue press from My Sweet Petunia because I didn't get all the glue on this one. Just little dots there. Take that piece off. And then the U. So these kits are great, and if you're a first-time scrapbooker or you want to do the layouts the way they have them, that's great. I like to do my own layouts. Usually the pictures don't fit the ones I want to use, so slide that over a little bit. Okay, got my pictures down on the first page, and I've got my wording. This one right here, I'm going to pull out, so I need to add just I'm going to use liquid glue here, so that stays. Now for this, I've already journaled on my computer so that I can just add them on here, the writing. And of course this says, this was before we knew her. Look at that face, just as cute as can be. You can already see the spark in her eyes and the big personality shining through. I'm not going to read you the whole thing, but that's what I have for the journaling. I am going to go ahead and use my stamp and seal. I'm going to add that right here. And then I'm going to grab a piece of twine. Now, this is probably retired twine, but I have it and I want to use it. So what I'm going to do is I am just going to pull a little bit of that out so that whoever looks at it knows to pull that out for the journaling. I'm just going to tie that. And then I can slide that little bit of journaling right in here. Let me turn it this way so I can slide that in. You'll see it does slide. There we go. So I have that little bit of journaling there. And if I want, I can make this smaller, which I think I will, and just leave that right there. Okay, so I'll come back to that page, add some other things. The next piece I'm going to use is this one. And I'm going to grab these large. Now, these are large 6x6 sizes. This one is. And I'm just going to figure out where I want to layer these. I think that's good right there. Of course, here she is with her shorter hair, but I mean, isn't she absolutely beautiful? Add that one right there. And I have another bit of journaling here. From the moment she walked into our lives, she felt like family. Reggie always said she was the daughter we never had. This page is a little piece of the love we feel for our girl, Salina. I'm not going to read the whole thing again, but so this one, I'm going to add right about here. This is a pretty wide picture, so I know that I'll have room for that journaling. I'm going to grab that. I'm going to add that right onto there. And again, I'm using my stamp and seal. And this one, I can actually go right here. And again, a little bit of that twine. So some of you know that have been watching me, my daughter-in-law and my son live out in California. He does special effects on movies, and she is a makeup artist. Okay, so I have that little bit. Let me just trim that off. That'll go right there. And then I have our, so now I need the words girl. And I've already done those. There's the G. And here's my A. Not sure where all the other ones are. Where are they? Oh, I don't need the A. I need the I. And an R. Okay, where's my R? There it is. And I need my L. So I'm going to add those. Before I forget, next week end is 4th of July, Independence Day, so I will not be on Friday or Sunday. I am taking the weekend off. Okay, so now I got this. I'm going to add this here. I'm just taking that backing off. Move that up a little bit so you can see it. My camera's all off today. Again, I'm just trying to get this little piece off, and it makes it easy with you take your pick tool. You can get between those. I don't worry too much about the spacing. I don't know, when you look at a word for so long, it doesn't look like it is the right word, does it? You ever have that happen? I'm like, I don't know, is that how you spell it? All right. I figured this was something different because you always see me doing pages with Ryan and Reggie. Okay, so we've got our girl. I'm going to take that away and do the third one. I'm coming back to those. And then the next pictures I want to use are these. So we have another larger one. I love this picture right there. And then this one. I just have to make sure I have enough space now for her name. Let's see, there's the A. And I need another I, which should be in here, but I don't see it. So I guess I'll cut one of those out. So let me bring this back in. And the I. And I'll put that right over there. I'll do that to the side. I'm going to cut another I out. I thought I had it, but probably on my table somewhere. We'll just do it again. If you've never scrapbooked before, just think of it as a large card with pictures. Okay. There we go. All right, so let's put those on there. Before we do that, let's put the pictures down. Again, I don't recommend you doing this on your project, but I want to be in camera view. So I'm going to add that one right there. This should be called The Many Faces of Salina. Very studious looking here. All right, let's go ahead and put the letters down now. Again, just peeling these off. That's what probably takes the longest. Just getting those letters off. Doesn't help that when I'm doing this live, my hands shake. You think after this many years of doing online videos, they would not shake, but they do. This kit makes, if you've never scrapbooked before, this kit makes it so easy. So give it a try. I just realized I don't think I left a spot for my journaling, but we'll work it out. I glued those down already. So maybe I'll put the journaling right on top this time instead of hidden. I don't have anybody else's pictures on here because I really wanted to make this page all about her. Now, I have another bit of journaling that says, "Our girl Salina, truly a beauty inside and out, kind, funny, and full of heart. We're so glad Ryan found her and that she became part of our family and our lives. Some people walk in instantly and you feel like they've always belonged. That's our Salina." So I could slide it in there. I think I might do that because I want to leave some room for other things. So let me grab another tag. I'll grab this one. And I will take that journaling. I'm going to add some. When you have a lot to say about pictures, hiding the journaling is a great way to be able to put your journaling on there, but also add a lot of pictures. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I'll trim that off. And then I can slide that right back here, making sure that there's no glue on either side there. There we go. So now I have our girl Salina. And I'm just going to try to move this camera up. It's tilting, and I'm not sure why, and I apologize for that. Tighten that. Sometimes it's hard to tighten it. It keeps falling down. Let's do it this way. Sorry, I have to adjust that. I think I need a wrench. There we go. It's a little better. Okay, so now let's bring in our 3 pages. Of course, whoop. Did I not glue this one down? Oh my goodness, I didn't. Silly me. Put that one right back there. Okay. Our girl Salina. Now I'm going to bring in some of those words. And also, one thing I wanted to use was this camera. So the first thing I'm going to do is find a spot where I can put this camera. That could go there, but I think what I want to do is maybe put it, I think over here. Let's take a look. If I had moved that down, I could put it right there. So I'm just going to look at this and decide where I want to put this. I actually like it over there better. And if I glue it down flat, I can still slide that journaling out. So if I lift this up, I can put it right there, and the journaling still can pop out. It's easier to lay these all out and then decide where you want your pieces. Unfortunately, I can't show you all three. Okay, so let's do Smile. And again, these are stickers. You want to be careful when you lift those out. They do pull out pretty easy. Put the smile right there. How about the story? We got the story. That works out good. The story of our girl Salina. Get that one right there. And let's see what else. These are the moments. This is us enjoying the now. Collect memories. Lovely. I think I'm looking at it now, deciding. Now let's take a look at these two. These die cuts. Let me take a few flowers out. I might want to add those. Pop a few of them out. So there's a flower. I think I want that small heart. I'm going to pop out the large one, but I think it's too large for what I want to do. So we'll just pop out a couple of the small ones. And then add a few flowers. Can get that one right there. And add a little liquid glue here so it holds these down. And then these little hearts I think I'm going to use on this one. You can use dimensionals to pop them up, but this is going to go in a page protector, so I didn't put... So if you get the glue press, real quick, I just want to tell you, there's a pin in here, and that's what keeps the glue from drying out. So make sure when you're not using it, you glue it. Bring this in. Actually, I think I can use that large heart. Let's see if it'll fit. No, see, I thought it was going to be a little too big. Unless I do it this way. Oh, I could do it that way. I like that. So I'm going to add it right in the corner. this is what we think of her. Our girl Salina. Should say is the best, but I'm going to put the best. Now, I didn't use any of these cards, but I have plenty of more pictures to do. Oop. And I think one more thing here. Let's see, what do we want to use? We got some greenery. Let's try these little pieces. Let's try one of these. I'll be coming back with this kit and doing more pages of something different. So don't think a kit you have to use all the same pictures. I'm going to add that right there. And we'll grab, again, some of these little die cuts. I'm going to save the rest for my other pages, but now you can see how these pages go together. The story. I could put a little of. Actually, I think I will. I'm going to grab my journaling pen. The story of our girl, Salina. I'm happy with the way they came out. And let's see, do I have any gems laying around? I don't think I do, because I cleaned up my area. And when you clean up and organize everything, I don't know about you, but I can't find anything. So I could add some gems there if I wanted to. I have a couple extra pictures here that I didn't use, but maybe I'll save those for the next one. So I hope you enjoyed today's Scrapbook Sunday 101. Again, this is the new kit that is online, and it is called Make a Memory Scrapbooking Kit. You can make a whole kit or a whole scrapbook of these pages. You saw that how much I have left that I can still use. And I'm just looking at this, and give me 1 second. I need to add gems. You know I like my gems. I'm just going to grab whatever I have over here. I have a lot of leftovers from classes, and I like to keep them over here in case I forget to bring any over. I'm going to use these gold ones, I think. These are the low profile. I have to add some gems. Add a couple. I think that makes it. Maybe I'll switch to the pink. I'm using all the larger ones so they show up. Yeah, I like that. And then we'll keep with the pink here. I'm just going to add a little line of them. Just makes the pictures pop out more. So we've got 3 large. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the small. There we go. I'm going to keep these here so that when I don't have the ones I want, I don't have to run off camera. Okay, so there we have it today. Remember, you got your tags. I'm going to have to add a little bit more glue here. Keep that down. So I've got my journaling. That will dry in a minute for that page. And then I have the journaling tucked in here for this page. And then I absolutely love that. I love them all. And then this one. I'd even leave a little bit of that tucked out. There we go. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this week's Scrapbook Sunday 101. Remember, I won't be on next week. I am taking the weekend off. I hope you all enjoy your 4th of July weekend. If you are in the U.S., enjoy, be safe. And remember, keep on scrapbooking, scrapbookers. Bye.